Everyone, and welcome back to Family Life Builders TV, where we're building homes and transforming society. My name is Tosi Opelua. In this video, it's going to be the continuation of what I've been talking about in this series. I've been talking about emotional abuse in some of my shorts that became controversial because I told people to go for therapy. I told people to do the right thing when it comes to emotional abuse. The option is not a divorce. The first option, divorce should be the last option when it comes to emotional abuse. Yes, physical abuse, sexual abuse. Yes, we can leave till the other person gets back their senses, or we leave them forever if they are not going to change. But when it comes to emotional abuse, it's not something that we should get a divorce for. I told us in my last video how this will affect the children, will affect your life before recover. It takes a while. So there are things to do for you to not find yourself in that situation that will be more painful than you can bear. And remember, I always say this person that is abusing you is because they know that there is something about you that is attracting them to you in the first place. So if you leave them, you're going to attract the same person if you don't change your lifestyle, if you don't change your mindset, if you don't process your trauma, you're going to keep attracting the same kind of person. Let me give you an example. When you see, I think I was watching a video, and then there is this particular fox, about three foxes. They were running after a deer, and the deer ran into the river, and there were crocodiles in the river, and the deer struggled and struggled and struggled and escaped the crocodile. And then the deer was trying to come out again, and these foxes were also trying to catch the deer. But suddenly a very huge elephant was coming with a baby elephant, and then suddenly these foxes turned towards the baby elephant, and then the huge elephant went to rescue the baby elephant, and in the process the foxes ran away. So when the foxes ran away, then the deer was also rescued. What a timely situation. So that happens when something that looks, like they can deal with you, they will keep hunting you. So it's simply because we have someone that stands as a victim. That's why we have a perpetrator. Meaning that when when the person that looks like a victim turn around and change and become stronger, or find a strength through another person that looks like that huge elephant, things will change. I tell people, once you change, as you change from being a victim, the abuser will either shrink or walk away from you. But there is something that is attracting you to these people. What is that thing? That's what I want to talk about today. It's being an enabler. If you remain an enabler, this will keep haunting you. And let me back up a bit. One of the reasons why I said people should not make divorce the first option is because when people grow older, their personality change, and then so even if they have a personality disorder like narcissistic traits, they are going to change over time. Over time, probably something happens to them. They might become sick. They might give their life to Jesus. They might have a rethink. They might have an encounter with God, because there are I've seen some Christians who are narcissists also, so-called Christian who does not exhibit the fruit of the Spirit. So, but something will happen and they will change. But who wants to wait till that time, for things to change? Who really wants to wait? I mean, when you are experiencing domestic violence, everything about your life will be affected. You might be slowed down, you will transfer aggression and all that. So in a nutshell, I like to tell you like 3 things or 5 things that you can actually do for you to take yourself from that abuser. In some of my videos, I've talked about the reasons why people attract an abuser in the first place. Sometimes it's because of trauma, sometimes it's because of where you're coming from and all that. But let's look at it this way. Let's start from here. Number one is the ability for you to identify who you are. For some of you, it looks like when they remove that Mrs. something from your name, you become nothing. Why? And I'm not talking about money right now, because I've seen so many women who are wealthy, who has the money, who has the influence, but then they are also victim of emotional abuse. I've seen many of them. And you know what? Something is just wrong with their childhood. They never had a father who praises them. They never had a father who affirms them. And then when this abuser comes into their life, they pretend they are charming, they are nice. And then once they understand that what you need is actually praise, they will give you for some time. Then later you become their prey. You become their victim. And at this point, they will start giving you that affirmation because they feel that is what you want. You can't survive without that. And this has crippled a lot of women. Sometimes they will not be able to function. They will not be able to, go all out there and be a success. And sometimes some of them are even successful in the outward, but deep within them, they are broken. Deep within them, something is eating them up. Deep within them, they are in pain, they are in shame. They can't really stand tall, even for their children. They really can't speak up for situation in their life. Because why? They're constantly experiencing emotional abuse, because this person knows what they want, knows what they need, and withdrew it from them. So what am I saying? It's essential for you to identify who you are. Who am I? Why am I here on earth? What am I supposed to be doing with these other people? You can go to my channel, Profit with Purpose, and look at some of the things, how I've explained purpose. I've explained purpose a lot on that channel. You can go there and watch it. And you can watch several other purpose, videos out there that you can really, really learn from. Okay, so having said that, it's essential that you know who you are, so that you stop being a prey to this person. And you can't just do this by mouth. You have to do it by acting it out, letting this person see that you can succeed without them, that you can survive without them, that you can succeed without their praise. And some of the ways by which you can do this is to find emotional support from the outside. That's the truth. That is not how marriage is designed to be. But when you are dealing with an emotional abuser, you have to do it that way till things come to normal. When things come to normal, yes, you can now withdraw from your support. But you need to do this. If you really want things to change, if you really want the abuse to stop, there's a need for you to have a group of people who are going to be your emotional supporter. You're going to find an accountability partner. If you know that you're not strong enough, don't have opposite sex as those emotional supports, because that will turn to another thing, and you don't want that to happen. So you have to make sure that the people you're making your accountability partners, they are people who are, probably same sex, but that you are not attracted to. And then you make sure that you open up to these people and you let them know what is going on in your relationship. And part of them could be a therapist, actually. Part of them could be your coach. Part of them could be your best friend, a trusted one. Part of them could be your pastor. Just ensure that you have a group of emotional supporters, people you can lean on, people you can cry to, people that can encourage you, apart from this person that is abusing you in your marriage. That way, you will begin to see success in your life. This person will also start to see success in your life. And when this begins to happen, they will see that despite all they are saying to you, things are still working for you. You are still moving forward. And that will take me to the next one. I said, despite all they are saying to you, it's very essential that you address this. When they say some things to you, it's time to stand tall and say, hey, I don't want you to talk to me that way. You can use a non-violence communication to say this to them. Address this by appreciating them, because they also have their good side. So appreciate their good side. Say thank you to them, and then let them know that when they say this to you, this is how you feel, and you really don't want them to say that to you anymore. Then let's see their response. Let's see what they are saying. Most of the time, if they are a good person, if they are willing to change, they will agree with you at that point. But if there's someone who is not willing to change, they might object that suggestion. But still keep quiet, still do all you have to do till the point where you feel this is not going to work, and then you can separate for some time till they come back to their senses, or you can separate from them for the rest of your life. But let's see, most of the time this will work. Let divorce be the last result of the whole thing. So after communicating with them, it's also very essential that you withdraw your support from them. You cannot buy love. Some of the things I've seen women, and that's why I've seen so many women who are even rich, they are being emotionally abused. I said it the other time, because they are using all they have to keep this man. You cannot keep a man that doesn't want to be kept. No, you can't. One of my guests on the show said it one time. If a man wants to be kept, keep him. If he doesn't want to be kept, let him be, because he's going to pay for it in his old age. Do you understand? So it's very essential for you to really not to buy love. Don't buy love. Don't buy things for him. Don't say, I'm supporting his business, I'm supporting his career, and then you are not allowing him to take responsibility for what he's supposed to do in the house. You're paying the children's school fee, you're paying the house rent, probably you are even the one who bought the house where you're living, you're paying the mortgage, you're doing everything, you're putting food on the table, and then he's going to come back and say, how did you get money? I didn't even give you money. How did you get money to buy all this? You must be having an affair. They can take it to that level. Some narcissists can be that crazy. So what are you saying? What am I saying? You are enabling them. So they either don't work, and or even if they are working, they might spend the money on their home family. They might spend the money in taking care of themselves. It might be as bad as you spending your money for them, and they in turn insulting you for not taking care of yourself. Whereas the responsibilities they were supposed to be taking, you were taking it, sacrificing. So many women do that. A woman can be an abuser, a man can be an abuser, but most of the time, in most cases, and in so many studies that I've seen, women are also always at the receiving end of this abuse. Now, these people, they keep insulting you. Because why? You are giving them enough space, enough opportunity to have things. Because people that do this, they really don't have a purpose for their life. They really don't know what they want to do with their life. Sometimes they might even look successful, but deep within them, something is missing from their life. They have a missing link that they are using you to fill, and that's why they are abusing you. Okay, so having done that, it's also essential. The next thing that you need to do, apart from removing your support from them, so that they can understand that there's a responsibility for them to take. So ask them to start taking those responsibilities. So when they start taking those responsibilities, they will see the effects, they will see the impact. And the next thing is, most people who abuse you, most narcissists, the truth about them is this: they love to be seen as good people. They love to be respected. They love to protect the integrity they don't even have. So what do you do in such situation? Expose them. Yeah, I'll say that again. Expose them. Because if you don't expose them, you're going to spend the rest of your life in pain. Once you begin to expose them, if they are someone who wants to change, that might checkmate them to start thinking of becoming a better person. If they are doing it unintentionally, I don't know, but they know they hurt you. They know. So when you report them to those people, not because you want them to look bad, and that's why there might be need for you to take some pictures, there might be need to do some recording if there's a need for you to do that. Because so many people you will report them to will not believe it. Because a lot of narcissists they don't look like it. They don't act like it to an outsider unless you work closely with them, unless you hear what they say. The Bible talked about letting your word be seasoned with salt so that it will give grace unto the hearer. These people does not have a seasoned word. They don't have a word that is filled with salt. In one of my videos, somebody mentioned something under in the comments. I was just seeing it recently. The person said, what if this narcissist is even a Christian? And I said, yes, this narcissist might be a Christian, but he's not operating in the fruit of the Spirit. Because one thing is for you to be gifted with the gift of the Spirit. You can speak in tongues, you can dream, you can prophesy, you can be a teacher, you can be a preacher, you can be a pastor, you can be anything. But that is not what qualifies you for coming out of being a narcissist, because you can actually learn those things. Actually, you can even have the gift, because the gift of the calling of God, they are without repentance. So it's essential for us to tilt more towards the fruit of the Spirit, developing the fruit of the Spirit, so that we can become a better person, not only for the relationship, but also to make the world a better place. So those are the things I'm going to say that we really, really need to do. It's very essential. Have a conversation about this. Withdraw the support. Don't buy love anymore. It's essential. And the last thing, I will also encourage them to go to therapy. It's very essential. Let people go to therapy. We can't continue our life this way. Let's make the world a better place. If you have any question or comment or something to add, just put it in the comment section below. I'll read it and I'll respond to you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And I'll see you next time. Bye for now, and keep becoming a better you, because I know that things work when we work it. And I'll see you next time. Bye.